Welcome back to the Kingdom Discovery channel, my friends. Today we have Madelein Lotta and Marinda Loots with us today. And they are kingdom investors, and they are here to tell us about the economic crash that's about to come, as well as about how we can actually tap into resources in the days ahead and invest in gold. Okay, so guys, I would like to welcome you to the Kingdom Discovery channel. Marinda, please tell us a little bit about yourself. Say hi to the guys, and Madelein, you as well.
Thank you, Kurshin. I'm very honored to be here. Thanks for inviting us. My name is Marinda. As Kurshin has mentioned, I am a entrepreneur and a homeschooling mom, and I live in Perth, Western Australia. I'm from South Africa. That's why you hear the accent.
Amazing. So I think we just lost Madelein. Are you still there with us, Madelein? Okay, Madelein disappeared on us. I'm sure she'll be back in just a second. Okay, so my friend, tell us a little about what is going to be happening in the days ahead that you know of, especially regarding the economic crash and what we can do about it.
Sure. God has been dealing with me for quite some time with regards to the state of where we are in the world
Mm,
currently, as we all know, with the pandemic and the stuff that's happening at present.
yeah.
And I believe we were called for such a time as this to really raise the alarm bell to wake people up to say that we
Mm,
need to first of all get our money out of the banking systems, invest into anything like crypto, Ripple, then
yeah.
obviously gold and silver. I'm a firm believer in gold and silver.
Mm,
And if possible, take your kids out of the government institutions and
mm.
homeschool as much as possible.
I just want to welcome Madeleine back. Madeleine, please say hi to the guys.
Hi everybody. It's like thank you, Kurshin, for being on this show. Yeah, thank you. I have the problems with my. I don't know what was wrong. I had to go
It's
out
okay.
and in again.
Yeah, don't stress about it. If for some reason it happens again, just come back. Okay. So I was just asking Miranda a little bit about what she knows that is coming, and a little bit about what God has been telling her about investing in gold as well. And what about for yourself, Madeline? What has the Lord shown you about the days ahead?
Yes, I think we are definitely in very interesting times, and we
Mm,
have to prepare. And the Lord has been speaking to me 4 years ago already. He started this planting the seed in my heart. When
wow.
I heard people conversations about the money system, I never knew that
Yeah.
the dollar was backed by gold before. So the Lord has been
Mhm.
preparing my heart, yeah, and I've been reading about a lot about it. So
Yeah.
yes, I believe we must prepare.
Definitely. I'm so glad that you guys are actually on here, and so I'm actually very honored to have you because this is something that Christians need to actually be getting into now, and we need to step up. You know, we need to be controlling the finances and actually taking over the society, the community, and actually being the voice, that the community
Amen.
needs. And for too long, we've been shut down. You know, so I'm
Amen.
so proud of you guys for getting in on this at the start. So, guys, tell us a little bit about your vision and the ministry, things that you support as well, Miranda.
Sure. My heart has always been to free children from the sex trade, to raise them up in God's way, to raise them up, as kingdom warriors, and
Mm,
to be set apart and to be the 2% of the population, not to conform to what the world is teaching us, not to
yeah.
conform to what the world says is standard, is
Mm,
the norm. Because I have come to realization that how we grew up, we've been lied to so much, and God has been
mm,
opening my eyes, and I really want to believe that we need to raise up a next generation, a next army of warriors,
yeah.
that's set apart.
Oh,
So I've been really on my heart to do missions, and we're supporting King's Ransom Foundation, which is a foundation that helps free children from the sex trade. We build houses in Nicaragua. We supply water to Africa and to the less fortunate countries.
mm,
Just a few of the things that we've been doing.
beautiful. So, Miranda, just really quickly about your mindset. How did you shift again from not being a person that wasn't into finance at all, and now all of a sudden you're a gold investor? How did that shift come about?
That's a great question, Kurshan. Both myself, my husband, and myself are working in the mining industry in Australia.
Yeah.
And we've been discovering that the more money we've been making, the more in debt we became. And
Mm.
about 3 years ago, we were at the rock bottom basically, and I found my coach and mentor. I found her, and I realized that my mindset was totally conformed to what the world is teaching, and I wasn't focused on what God was saying and the principles God is giving us about wealth generation in the best success book written ever written. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I had to go through that whole transformation. Since then, we have paid off over $480,000 in debt.
Amen.
We are selling our house. We've just sold our house. The settlement is next month, and then we will be
Yeah.
completely debt free. So in 3 years, I had to go through that whole thing of getting out of debt and the bondage that debt is having on us, and what
Yeah.
the banking system says, oh yeah, you can have more money because you can afford the repayment,
Yeah.
but that's not that's not how it should be.
Yeah.
So I had to shift my whole mind, because I come from a poor background and a poverty
Mm.
mindset, and I had to switch all of that and really take every thought captive and bring it into obedience with what the word says about about finances, about wisdom on finances.
That's beautiful. Okay, really quickly before it lags on us again, Madelein, we just want to touch on your vision, your ministry, and how your mindset actually shifted from where you were before investing, and now all of a sudden you're investing. So, how did you gain that growth mindset?
Yes, yeah, it was interesting. 4 years ago, yeah, the Lord has been planting the seed in my heart. And I heard just people that I really trust and have good discernment in their spiritual walk
Mm.
with God. I was hearing them talking about gold and silver, and the Lord wants to take it back, the whole money system, back to the being gold backed. And that pricked my ears. And I thought, I'm going to investigate and read about more about this. So I was reading about it, and then I wondered, how am I going to buy? How can I buy? What do I need to buy? There was thoughts in my heart around it, but I left it. And then
Mm.
last year, with the ministry that I do, I reach out. I'm a missionary at an organization that reaches women that are trafficked and caught up in prostitution. And
Yeah.
we lost a lot of our funding. And the Lord actually warned me before COVID actually to get different streams of income. And then COVID
Mm.
hit us, lost a large part of our funding, and I started to do online marketing because I've been a marketer before I left to be full-time ministry 16
Yeah.
years ago. I was a marketer. So I had some marketing skills, and I believe he wants to use that again for his kingdom. And started online marketing, and I met Marinda on online marketing platform. And
Yeah.
I was baffled because we had the same vision for the human trafficking victims. And then I saw that she was also into the gold and silver industry, and I asked her about it, and she introduced me to the company that she's with. And that is amazing because they have a membership and also a teaching platform that teaches you how to buy, what to buy, what not to buy. So, yeah,
Mm.
it's amazing.
Amazing. That's literally what you call a divine connection, where everything just
Divine
falls
connection,
into place.
for sure.
Amen. Yeah. So, guys, tell us a little bit about that company. So, what does it do exactly? Is it just gold that we can get from them, or anything else? Yeah.
Yeah, so so we have a membership model where we you purchase a membership, and
Mm.
with that membership you get gold and silver bullion at dealer direct
Yeah.
pricing. You can also collect rare rare graded coins, which really is the thing that I look forward to every month. And it's
Mm.
basically just a way for you to take your dollars out of the bank and out of the banking system and swap them into gold and silver that has, that's something of value.
Yeah.
We also have our own platform that you can trade your coins on, your graded coins on it.
Mm.
The membership also supply a residual income for life. So when you
Yeah.
do offer it to other people or you share it with other people, you can earn weekly residual income
Yeah.
from as little as $250 a week up to
Mm.
$7,500 a week. Um,
Amen.
it has the autosaver program, which I've mentioned,
Mhm.
and then it has got gold-backed IRA, and yeah, we also have travel benefits, restaurant discounts, and then an amazing healthcare system that you get when you do buy one of the memberships.
So that actually doesn't sound like a scam at all. So like, how can people actually trust this? You said there was education or training on
That's
the
right.
platform. Yeah.
Yes, so I have been scammed a lot in the past, and I was really like, one of the big questions is, gold and silver, where do we buy them from? That's not,
Mm.
that's not ripping people off. Like, I have
Yeah.
bought coins from eBay before, and then when they turned up, it's not, not real coins or things like that, but I've been charged
Mm.
like that. So this
Mm.
company actually, they the founder, is quite, there's a few founders, but he is on a mission to create, or to establish a legacy company that changes, first of all, the network marketing industry, and
Yeah.
is changing the gold and silver industry, and
Mm.
make it accessible for any person to buy gold and silver. With the membership, you do get, so almost like a crypto wallet. It's not a crypto wallet, it's a sound money wallet, where you
Mm.
can buy fractional pieces of gold and silver.
Yeah.
If you have $5, you can put that in there, and you save up until you have an ounce, and then mail it to your address. It's backed by the Lloyds of London, which, if you understand
Wow.
the Lloyds of London and their insurance policies, that alone was like, whew, that was like a, all the red
Mm.
flags were falling off when I heard that. And then
Mm.
actually, my friend who introduced me to this, she is a jeweler by trade, and
Okay.
she used to, she had knew the systems and how to get gold and silver. And when so I trusted her when she explained to me the business, and she shared the business with me. So I really, I know it's not a scam. I've been part of it for this long, and
Yeah.
they insure all my coins. So from when it leaves the business until it arrives at my doorstep, it's insured. So
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah. You need that safe, that peace of mind, especially
That's
when you
right.
have money coming in the mail and somebody
Yes.
picks it up or something like that. So,
Yes.
just before we go on to a little bit more about that, I actually want to ask you about the economic crash. What do you know exactly about it, and what are the signs pointing to that something is about to happen? Did you want to touch on that, Miranda?
Sure, I can. So I really believe that it's crucial, where the day and age that we are in, to not leave money in the banking system. As we all know, that the banks do print money left, right, and center, which is not backed by gold anymore. It used to be backed
Mm.
by gold, but it's not backed by gold anymore. And currently, the buying power of $1 is only worth 5 cents.
Right.
So that brought so much alarm bells to me, that even when I read up about how the Federal Reserve started, and just a lot of those background things that came about. So I believe we are heading into economic crash again. We have been there a few times before.
Mm.
And if you listen to people like Robert Kiyosaki, he
Yeah.
also talks about that a lot. And he also says, that gold and silver is God's money, and it has never had a zero value. It has
Yeah.
always had value.
Yes.
So that is why it's so crucial to have more than one income stream, and also
Mm.
to not have your eggs all in just one basket.
Yeah.
So we take all our cash out of the system, we put it in gold and silver, we put it into crypto. Crypto is a bit more volatile because you can't hold it physically in your hands, whereas gold and silver I can physically hold in my hands. However,
Right.
I also believe that crypto, and especially Ripple and Ethereum, are the way of
Mm.
that we're leading into the future as well.
Fantastic. Did you want to touch on that as well, Madeline?
Yes, yeah, I agree with Marinda there. I also have a sense the Lord put on my heart with to diversify, and Ripple definitely, and
Mm.
Mm.
the gold and silver, and yeah, and God is using, I believe, the Josephs in this time that's going
Mm.
forward, and He's been speaking to me about the Joseph anointing, and He wants to use us in our families, even where our families been looking down upon us, and you think you are
Yeah.
just nothing in your family and insignificant. That God wants us to stand up in the times ahead and not
Amen.
waiting for a rapture or something coming out of
Yeah.
this, but the Lord wants to use us as resources. Lord
Amen.
made a huge shift in my mind of just not a poverty mindset, even being a missionary and we're dependent on funding. The Lord
Mm.
allowed that funding but also taken away. So He wants to change our mindsets that we must
Yeah.
become a resource. And in that Joseph anointing, also restoring the
Mm.
family relationships, because the brothers of Joseph that came to Egypt and forgiving his brothers. And Joseph went through a hardship. He was
Yeah.
in the pit, profiting training. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited for the future, and yeah,
Amen.
definitely Ripple the crypto. I think for a time the Lord is going to give us a window of opportunity
Mm.
to make huge profits, to use that for the future, for our families, for people, that education about all this. Yeah.
Fantastic. It's so good to hear about the Joseph anointing, because I have seen bits and pieces of it throughout my life, and to see it happening in such a great measure now, where we have the wealth transfer taking place, specifically to position the church, back into the rightful place as the head of the state, and that's how it should be. They are the heavenly government on the earth, and without that wealth transfer and the Joseph anointing to back it up, nothing will happen. And so I actually believe that um, it's not just for no like just specific people. I think it's for everybody if they're willing to tap into it or to ask for it, and God will definitely use them. So yeah. So guys, just really quickly, if you have any questions, please also type it in the chat for my friends here. So guys, tell us a little bit about navigating the days ahead. What do you see coming exactly, and how can we actually take our kids out of school and teach them as well? Yeah.
I think we've lost Madelein again, so I'll go.
Come back.
Um, I really believe we are in a time where we have to preserve wealth and we have to
Mm.
preserve health, especially as well. To
Yeah.
take care of our families for the future, we have to stock up on fresh water. We have to stock up on non-perishable foods. We have to have
Mm.
wisdom, and not just for ourselves, not just for our families, but I believe there will be a time when we have to reach out and help other people through this time. And yeah, just have more than one income stream. If you don't just rely on your employer, because as we all know that what happening with COVID and things like that, if you for some reason you can't work anymore, you have to have something to fall back on. So
Yeah.
God has been dealing with me a lot about multiple income streams, really focusing on health and focusing on stocking up on supplements,
Mm.
stocking up on precious metals, um, because like in the biblical times when they were using gold and silver to barter, to buy food and things like that, we there will be a time again when we will have to use that to buy
Right.
flour and oil and things like that. I also believe we need to focus on skills, getting trained up again,
Mm.
taking children out of the government institutions. I'm an avid fighter for that. My children, I homeschool my three kids, and I believe we have lost a whole generation with skills and knowledge that is missing. And the
Mm.
way that the government is having a hold on our children,
Yeah.
we need to stand up and fight back and get them back, because education starts at home, education
Right.
starts in the word, and those are all the things that's been taken away out of the schooling system.
Yeah, that's true.
So I am fighting for children. I'm fighting for the next generation, and I really want
Mm.
to raise them up,
Yeah.
to be warriors. Like my son is 11 years old. He's got gold and silver. He's got cryptocurrency. He has
That's good.
bought sheep. He's pocket money. He collecting cans. He exchanged that and
Yeah.
buy sheep and buy. He's always looking for different ways how to make money.
Mm.
And these are things that we've never been taught in schools. Like
That's
I,
right.
I grew up where
Yeah.
we've been raised up to go to school and then go to
Yeah.
college, get a degree, get into debt, and then you work 40, 50 years in that job that you hate. And that I want to break that generational curse, because
Yeah.
we need to be different. We need to be the 2% of the population.
Yeah, you really do. And I'm so proud of you as well for doing that, because that is my heart, to homeschool kids and to get them into that entrepreneur mindset, learning how to
Yes.
create their own wealth. And that's how we're meant to be. A king doesn't work for somebody else, and we are meant to
Yeah.
be kings of the earth. And so I really believe that they will be very good stewards of finance in the days ahead, because you're teaching them from young. There's a Bible verse that says, train your child in the way they should go while they're still young, and when they're older they won't depart from it. But if you're teaching them this stuff now, imagine how they will be later down the track as well. So I'm so
Yes.
proud of you for doing that. Amazing. So Madelein, I was just asking about navigating the days ahead to Marinda, um, in terms of homeschooling and stocking up, things like that. What can you add to that?
Yeah. Now, I mentioned earlier, yeah, we have to ask the Lord for wisdom. I think we all don't know what's going to really happen, but we know that we have
Mm,
to be wide awake and have a lot of wisdom. So I
yeah,
know we have to stick close to Jesus, and my heart is the
yeah,
prophetic, so stay close to His heart, and that we will definitely diversify our money. Don't keep it in the banks. I believe that we have to put it into a different, like in Ripple, in the gold and the silver,
mm.
and with our families. Yeah, we have to educate them.
I think we lost her again. Okay, so my friend, I'm so sorry, guys, about the connection here, but it's not a problem. So my friend, you were talking about getting out of debt with this, okay? And I'm actually seeing a couple of questions about people asking about teaching them the trade secrets, right? So I think they would actually like an example of how you went about doing that. Exactly. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. And that's an excellent question, because two and a half years, 3 years ago, I was in that same position where we almost had to file for bankruptcy.
Mm,
And I found my coach and my mentor online, and I've attended her business seminars where she teaches people relationship skills, she teaches you business skills, and then her main focus is getting people financially free and helping people to take your money and invest into other stuff. So
yeah.
I've been applying her principles that she was teaching me. On my website, I do have a link to the program that I've been using for that. But just in short, what she has been teaching me was to take a bank statement, your last month or 2 months of statement, then
Mm,
highlight any fat. Fat is stuff that is like subscriptions, where you're spending money, takeouts,
yeah.
things that's not the normal, like rent, car payment, things like that. And out of what she's realized is majority of people have about $500 worth of fat in their bank, in their salary or in their
Right.
monthly budget. And
Yeah.
then you use that $500 and you write down all your debt from the smallest to the largest.
Mm,
And with that, you start at your first one and you pay. Say, for example, you have a credit card of $500 and your
yeah.
monthly repayment is $10 on that one.
Okay.
So you use the 500 and you use the $10 and you
Mm,
eliminate that one. And then you use that $10, which was for that $500 credit card, you add it to your next bill. So, for example, it might be a $10,000 credit card and the repayments was 520. So now you have the 500 of the fat, you have the
yeah.
$10 of the previous debt, and you have the normal minimum repayment of that. And you knock them on the head one by one. And within 5 to 7 years, you will become debt free if you follow that principles. We also need to learn to live off at least 70% of our salary.
Mm,
10% is for tithing, as always. We need to give back. Then 10% you invest into an investment account, and 10% you use to pay off debt. So that has been, in short, just what we have been doing, and we've paid off $480,000 in less than 3 years in debt.
wow. You are literally dropping such golden nuggets right now. I have to watch this interview again. Bless you so much. Okay, so I just want to touch quickly again back on about the company while we're waiting for Madelein. How can people actually get this set up? How can they start? Like if they want to start right now, what do they do?
Sure. So the company that we are is only available in 7 countries at present, due to all the shipping and things like that. So those 7 countries is America, Canada, Singapore, Australia, um,
Yeah.
New Zealand, Ireland, and the United Kingdom. So if you are in any of those countries and you would like to participate in, getting gold and silver delivered to your door, we have a link. I believe you will put it at the bottom of this live stream. They can click on the link. There are 2 memberships that you can purchase. The first one is 199 US dollars for the year, and that will give you silver in your hands. The other one is 499 US dollars, which has a little bit more benefits, but it will also give you silver in your hands straight away.
Okay.
They both On both of them, you can either just collect gold and silver and buy gold and silver, or if you want to use it as another income stream, we can also teach you how to build a business out of that and bring in more people, and then you can start earning residual income from that too.
That's fantastic. So it's actually really helpful having a mentor in this. People kind of need their hand to be held when they're doing something new for the first time. So guys, please reach out, connect with my friends here, and they will definitely help you in investing in gold and actually in the network marketing part of it if you're interested in that as well. Okay. So you just mentioned a little bit about the packages. Could you just repeat the packages again for me? Just the
Sure.
titles of them.
Sure. The standard membership is 199 US dollars.
Okay.
And then the premium membership is 499 US dollars. Both of them brings you silver in your hands. They both have um, the same benefits. You access all the travel insurance. You can access all of those things with it. But the 499 membership just give you more points, and it gives you more silver in your hands.
Yeah.
There's a few added extras to that one. The 499 is more for people who would like to run with a business and earn residual income from it. And I would suggest the 199 is just for people who would like to buy gold and silver at dealer direct pricing, who would like to invest and change their money from the banking system into gold and silver.
Amazing. Okay, so my friends, I'm just looking at the questions here. I'm just seeing one specific one here that says, how soon do you think the market crash is actually going to come?
I don't think we will all know all the. I think Robert
Yeah.
Kiyosaki was saying the other day that he's expecting something in October. But I think we need to stick close to God and hear His heart and what you should you do.
Yeah.
If we just look at inflation at present, like everything is going up. We can't, like the shelves are getting empty. For example, this morning I filled up my car and I've paid 20 cents a liter more on fuel than I used to. So
Yeah.
if you just look at the signs of where things are heading, I think it's, just like Madelein said, we have to be sticking close to God and hear from Him. But we need to be prepared. It's
Yeah.
coming or upon
Yes.
us, or yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, guys. So I would say definitely as soon as possible get in on this. You don't want to be left behind. And then just the nature of things that I have been doing, guys. It just seems like God has accelerated this topic about investing, and it seems to be a very crucial time to get in on it. And it's always better to get in on something early than later, so you actually make a bit more as well. Okay. So yeah, just a little bit about the benefits about going with you guys. Is there any extra benefits if people were to go under your mentorship or anything like that?
Yes, we will obviously mentor them. You don't need to have social media skills. I use social media mainly as my marketing way, but we teach them social media skills. We teach them what to do and how to reach out to people. We teach them how to share the business, and then obviously they have access to both Madeleine and myself. For any details, we are available all the time to help them. Madeleine is not aware of it, but for anybody who would like to start or join, I would give an incentive of 1 ounce of silver for free if anybody jumps in from now until Sunday.
That's a huge one, guys. So I would
Wow.
definitely jump on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So I think that's actually a huge incentive to actually go with a mentor in this, but
Mm.
that's the network side of it. So in terms of actually just investing in the gold and things like that, can people just buy that and then not and do the other side of that business part?
Sure,
The
yes. People can definitely just buy gold and silver.
yeah.
You have to purchase you can purchase at just from Madelein's link,
Yeah.
but then it won't be at dealer direct pricing, so that will just be
Okay.
normal. If you do sign up for a membership, you don't need to do the business side of things. You can just purchase gold and silver,
Mm.
and then that would be at dealer direct pricing.
Okay, great. So, just last question before I touch into a few other questions here. What has been your experience in actually the education side of the website? Do they actually need the mentor side of it, or can they just learn from the training part of it, the website?
Yes, I can answer. Yeah, as being totally new to this industry in gold and silver, it is
Yeah.
really a very thorough educational platform. Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
And I can recommend it to anybody that doesn't know where to start.
Okay, great.
It's very
So,
easy. It's very basic, very easy.
yeah,
It's not complicated. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what everybody needs. Everything kind of spoon fed to them in when they're starting. So, guys, just one more question from the guys here. We have, what about the security of keeping these assets at your home? Hmm. What
That's
do
a
you guys
great
actually think?
question.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
So we keep it in our safe. I guess it's a personal, personal thing what you do. We keep it in our safe here.
Mm.
However, the company also offer that if you do a purchase like bulk bullion from them, you can store it in their vault. Um, Up until 25,000 US dollars, you can store up in their vault,
Mm.
and then get it shipped to your house. Or if you want to, you can now also all the monthly auto savers that you do, you can bundle them, and when they are a few together, you can then ship them to your house. So those are added security measures. And
Yeah.
like I said, it's secure from when it leaves the mint to your
Mm.
house, but then you just have to add on your own security system with that
Yeah.
at home.
Okay. I think that's a bit of a scary one for some people. That
Mm.
they got to be so secretive about that as well. But
Mm.
yeah, um, I think that's about it, my friends. Is there anything that you would like to add as well, just for people to know about the company, gold, or even just as a Christian in business, in touching on gold as well, if they first-time investors? Is there anything you'd like to add, guys?
I was just thinking about, I don't know if you mentioned this when I was not online, about the digital wallet that the company also has a feature that you can store as little as $10 gold and silver in a digital wallet.
Mm.
So I don't know if Marinda can also share more about
Yeah.
that.
Yes. So I did mention that, but just to reiterate, you can purchase fractional gold and silver. So if you don't have $2,000, I don't know what the price of 1 ounce of gold is at present, but if you only have $5 to invest in gold and silver, you put it into that account and you save up until you have 1 ounce of silver or one
Mm.
ounce of gold. And then you can either leave it in there up until 25,000 US dollars, or you can ship it to your address. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, so I think that's really important to have, because even for myself, when you're first trying out something, you want to just test it, and so
mm,
if you just can put in a few dollars and say, okay, just in case something goes funny there, you just want to be able to say, okay, great. Like I put in a few dollars, it actually went up. I was able to take it out as well, got my return. I'm going to put in some more, so that's really, really great.
if I can just mention something on that too, they also will, if your money is into that digital wallet and you for some reason need that money. So for example, if I put $100 in my gold account
Mm.
and for some reason I need to have access to funds straight away, I can sell. They will buy back your bullion from you, and that money will be instantly back into your account.
Mm.
So that's the one thing. And then also, I forgot now what the other thing was. There was another thing. I'll think of it.
Okay, no worries. I'm sure it'll come back. So really quickly, guys, can you tell the guys how they can find you, how they can connect with you? Madelein, do you want to start?
Yes, yeah,
Oh, I
I
think
have a
she's
website because I'm new into online marketing, but Marinda has a website and we work together. And they can reach me on my Facebook profile. Yeah, they can Madelein Litter, online marketer. I think you the link also. So
yeah.
yes, they can reach me there, but also through Marinda on the website.
Okay. Yeah, so the links will be in the description, guys, if you want to reach out to them. My friends, thank you so much for jumping on here with me. It has been absolute pleasure. So, guys, I would like to invite you guys again as soon as the market actually crashes. And so, would love to know what's actually going on, what's happening on in the company as well, how they are navigating that crash, and so on. Okay, so when that happens, keep an eye out, guys. We will definitely have both of you back on here. God bless you, and please keep in touch.
Thank you for
Guys,
your
have a
time.
great day. Bye bye.
Bye.